if there is a court order in place, then technically no. Now, if there's a court order in place that says, mom or dad gets first, third, and fifth weekends this time to this time, and that parent goes to the place and time to pick up the kiddo and the other parent refuses, then that opens the door for enforcement actions, because our courts take their orders very seriously and they want parents to take the orders seriously. So denying a parent possession and access time that they're guaranteed by the court order is just as much of a violation than somebody not paying child support that is ordered by the court. So ultimately, the court could theoretically put somebody in jail for up to 180 days.
And I have had a judge do that.
Absolutely.
And this was when a parent genuinely thought they were protecting their child. This particular judge sees no gray. And this mother who thought she was protecting her child was not sending her child because, this child would hop the fence and run away to a neighbor's house when he knew his dad was coming to pick him up. That's how abusive the child felt and abused from dad. And that was an abusive situation. And mom really thought she was doing the right thing. Well, we come to court and judge holds her in contempt and puts her in jail. And that's when I get appointed to represent her. And it's a hard situation. And so what I would tell people is we are never going to say that your child isn't telling you the truth and that your child may not feel safe for the other parent. Okay, then you call us first. Call an attorney as soon as you can, because you need to get in court to modify that schedule or suspend the other parent's access, because we don't want you to get in trouble because you're trying to protect your child on your own. Because again, you're going to be in violation of a court order if you do it on your own. So withholding one visit while you get a lawyer and get in place, probably not the end of the world, because what I usually tell clients when they call for an enforcement action to file one, I said, well, I need at least 2 to 3 instances of where there has been a violation, because the courts do not want us to go in and use the court's time, money, and all of this for a hearing on every single time a parent denies access or something like that. So a few instances is what it's going to take before the other side is going to even file the enforcement action. So you have a little bit of time to get settled and get an attorney and get things filed with the court and get the other party served, so that you can have a modification start to try to get, and we could file a temporary restraining order to prevent that parent from having access immediately, so that that parent is no longer in violation of withholding the child.
Yeah, and the court's going to look at that. If you've chosen to deny the other parents in possession and access, and your claim is because you're protecting your kiddo, then the court's going to want to have seen you take some additional action besides just violating a court order. Do something to fix the circumstances, like filing the modification in a lawsuit. But if you're the other parent and your periods of possession are being, regularly denied and there's not those kinds of threats, then yes, that's absolutely when an enforcement action needs to be brought before the court so that somebody can be made aware. Because the court can order makeup time. The court can order that parent who's denied possession has to pay your attorney's fees. And the ultimate penalty is jail time, but they don't typically order that right off the bat. They want to see a systematic denial before that potentially happens, but they can certainly educate the other parent about what is acceptable, what's not acceptable, what's appropriate, what's not appropriate.
And that's exactly right, because in the situation I just told you about, that mother had been withholding for quite a while. So that's where it becomes a problem. And that's where this particular judge did put her in jail.
Because she had not yet made the attempts to do the mods.
Correct.
So you just need to be proactive in all respects.